But first to the World Orienteering Championships, and we're kicking off the action with the women's long event here in Glenafric. This is the classic discipline, one with a landscape of forest, moorland, tracks, and as I know to my cost, bogs.
Oh, fantastic. Got something in my eye as well.
Today's final is up to 90 minutes long, the ultimate test of speed, navigation and endurance, with the added pressure of being up against the clock.
We're not allowed to see the new map until your time starts, and that's the first time that you see the new map of the area.
Ranked 18th in the world for this discipline, Catherine Taylor is one of the best hopes for the Brits in today's women's race. And earlier this week she came 5th in the middle distance event held around Darnaway Castle.
I was shocked actually. Usually middle's not my strong point. It's been wonderful. It's been kind of a homecoming. I've been coming up here ever since I was tiny because the orienteering's good, so they often have quite big races here. It's been a lot different to every other international race I've been to, because when you come to the arena you kind of hit with a wall of noise, so many people cheering. So it's special to come home. It's been a really wonderful experience.
The youngest British competitor is Charlotte Watson from Yorkshire. Just 22 years old, she knows she's up against the world's most seasoned orienteers.
Sometimes you just don't think very clearly, or like you worry about things that you don't need to worry about. It can be a bit nerve-wracking maybe seeing all the other athletes, what they're doing and stuff, but I know what I'm doing works for me, and when I pick up the map, like I know what I'm doing, so I've just got to focus on doing that.
The race starts in just a few minutes, but exactly what is facing these elite athletes? Cameron's with former international orienteer Lorna Eads.
It's a true endurance discipline, this one, the long distance. It's very energy sapping. You have to be very, very strong in the quads in particular to be able to pull your legs back out, because you don't get any energy gain from the train. If you're hitting hard surface, you get a bit of energy back. There's none of that here.
Does this type of terrain suit some athletes more than others?
Yes, it'll suit the athletes that are used to very soft ground. They need to be very, very strong athletes for this type of terrain.
And don't forget, what makes this sport so intriguing and exciting is that the athletes have a choice about which routes to take between checkpoints.
Well, we look forward to welcoming the athletes to this packed finishing arena a little later. By that time, the women will have completed 10 kilometres of running and navigation. So let's get to the start of the race now with Cameron McNeish.
And here's the first of our British athletes, Charlotte Watson. Charlotte's from Cumbria, but currently studying at Edinburgh University. She started orienteering at a very young age, then got into the Northwest squad. Oops, so we stumbled there. Anyway, she's part of the university's orienteering club and regularly trains with the Scottish Elite Development Squad. She's now heading off into the forest section, so it's over to Doogie, who's joined by orienteer James Tully.
This is a really big task in her debut World Champs to run in such a tough long race, and she's still quite young as well. I think she's lost probably some time because she was only a minute and a half down on the Czech girl Dana Brockskova after about an hour, and now she's roughly 5 minutes behind.
It's a tough course. I mean, clearly a lot of the British athletes will be used to going in this terrain, but it's still very leg sapping, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's tussocky, it's heathery, and then once they get into the forest, there's trees in the way, there's bits of wind blow, stuff to push you around, so it's a real challenge the whole way.
So here comes Charlotte. She's really absolutely flying along the end section here, putting all the effort in towards the end. The afterburners are going on. This is the third time, of course, the World Championships have been in Scotland. 76 in Aviemore, 99 Inverness, and now in Glenafric. Charlotte Watson crossing the line, and she is absolutely spent. That's a good effort for someone on their first World Championship. It's not going to be on the podium by any means, but she's a real prospect for the future.
And just coming out of the trees now is one of our great hopes, Kat Taylor from the north of England, but now living in Uppsala in Sweden. And I spoke to Kat earlier and she was saying to me that she didn't really mind where she finished. It's just the taking part that really counts. But below that, I kind of guessed a bit of steely determination.
This is incredibly tight. The last split we heard was Kat Taylor was ahead.
Kat is running in such good shape at the moment. she can run strongly in this last open section of the course, and hopefully we can see her open out along the slope.
Such a dense forest they're going through at the moment, and she'll go over a stile and head into the open land and the open ground. There she goes. The open ground will appear in front of her very, very soon, and she'll see the finish arena, and that will definitely put a spring in her step as she heads towards this finish point. The screams and the shouts and the Union Jacks start flying.
Yeah, hopefully she can hear that noise, and she might have made some small mistakes, I don't know, but hopefully she feels like she's on a good race.
Come down, Kat, don't follow them.
Oh, Kat,
she's
Kat,
gone
Kat,
past.
Kat.
Oh, no.
Down the hill. She's turned, she's coming,
seen
it's
it?
okay. That's okay, 10-15 seconds. So.
Okay, she's lost some time there. We need to know if she's still got it in her legs. Kat Taylor in the lead at the moment. She is looking very strong indeed. Get it going, Catherine, all the way to the line. And you know the sort of effort, James, she's put in to get to this point in this championship.
This is brilliant. We've seen a great run from Kat today, and hopefully this can really hold up at the end. And I think Houskin has set down a marker, and it's a really good marker, and Kat's going to come in here.
Listen to the
hopefully
cheers.
The crowd can lift her along.
What is a fantastic performance from Kat Taylor. Truly fantastic. Just look at her. She can barely breathe now. The effort she's put in, she knows that she's done something special today. Is it enough to get her onto a podium? Is it enough to get her a medal?
The third British woman to race is 38-year-old Claire Ward from Edinburgh. We spoke to her before the race about her passion for this sport.
I love the fact that I go orienteering and I look at the map the whole time, and I navigate and I run hard, and I get to the end and I forget the fact that I've been through a serious aerobic exercise, and I just enjoy getting head to foot and covered in mud.
That's the whole idea of like getting the head down and reading while you're running takes away the pain, does it?
Absolutely, yeah, I don't notice it at all. Yesterday I managed to scratch my eye and I hit my knee, and I got to the finish, and the team doctor was saying, well, how did you do that? And I was like, I don't know.
Running towards us now is Claire Ward. Now, Claire's an amazing person, a working mother of two. She returned to elite competition in 2011 after a 5-year break. But that's not all. When she was 21, she was hit by a car, a potentially life-changing accident that forced the ball of her hip through its socket. Oh. Determined not to give up, in 2004 she made it into the British team.
Claire has had a tough old week in the forest the other day. In the team event, she smacked her knee and she had to have fluid removed from the knee yesterday. And the fact that she's running today is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. And Claire's, I mean, she's a real tough cookie, and she got a stick in her eye on Wednesday. She scratched the surface of her eyeball, but I think she was clearly really determined to get out there, and it's great to see her out there fighting.
Here comes Claire now, and she'll be cheered all the way over the line by the huge British contingent here. And she is such a tough competitor, number 53. Look at that, absolutely spent. Absolutely spent.
And just coming over the hill now, number 66, Mari Fasting from Norway. Mari's 30 years of age, and she's ranked 5th in the world in this particular long event. Mari is one of the more consistent performers on the international circuit, and came close to winning her first World Championship individual medals last year, with 4th and 5th places in the long and middle events respectively.
Mari Fasting is absolutely flying now. This is an extraordinary performance.
She's had some challenges this year. The Norwegian team came over to Scotland and actually raced in the Scottish Championships. Mari burst her knee open in the Scottish Relay Championships quite badly, had to get stitches in it, missed the World Cup races, but she still made the Norwegian team. She's physically also very strong, and she looks to be moving well here.
Covering the ground very, very quickly. My goodness me, this is a great performance from her. And she's running away from the cameraman as well. That shows you the speed that she's going at. And just let's remember that she's been running over 9 kilometres at this point, and she looks great.
She has a lead of roughly almost a minute leaving the forest, so I think barring disaster she should be safe to take the lead here.
It's great news for Mari, but not such great news for Kat Taylor though. That means that Kat Taylor will be off the podium. Mari Fasting is absolutely shifting. My goodness me, this is our new potential champion anyway. Mari is just looking supreme as she comes towards the line. Wow, and again straight down on the deck. Oh, What a sensational performance.
Next up is the Russian orienteer Svetlana Mironova. Ranked 6th in the world, she's enjoying both the sport and the experience of being here in Scotland.
I like the brilliant landscapes and these hills, I would like to say mountains, with some pieces of snow and sun, and it's a brilliant place, and it's calm, it's quiet, and people are friendly, and nature is so beautiful. And I feel this wonderful power of Scotland here.
This is the reigning world champion, number 67, 28-year-old Svetlana Mironova from Russia. Svetlana ran a technically perfect race to beat the favourites and take last year's title. And she's continued to show her class with very good results in the World Cup long races so far this year. And I guess she'll be hoping to repeat a performance in this afternoon's event.
I think Svetlana is going to be very close to Mary Fasting's time.
It's quite extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, you know, almost 10 kilometres this race is, but still, it's a matter of seconds for a lot of the athletes.
In some ways, she was a surprise winner in last year's long distance, but clearly since then, you know, she's shown good form and she's proving she's got what it takes today.
Mironova really absolutely flying. What's it going to be? So will she get silver? Will she be in? Will she be in?
Good. Strong finish there.
My goodness me, 20 seconds behind Mary Fasting. It's all going off now.
World ranked at number 2 at the moment, Ida Bobach from Denmark. Ida came 4th in the middle race in Scotland just earlier on this week. She finished 4th overall in the World Cup in 2013 and very much one of the stars of world orienteering.
So Ida Bobach is looking even better.
Such a strong athlete. She has not been slowed down seemingly by this, you know, such tough terrain today, and this is going to take a huge lead, I think. The way she's executed almost makes it look quite easy, but it's a real mental and physical battle the whole way out there.
Absolutely. There she gets one of her teammates saying, there's the Danish flag. Is she going to pick it up? Yes, she is.
That's her younger brother, Soren, last year's sprint champion, hands her the flag.
Oh, she'll know now. She'll know now that she has absolutely smashed it. It's the World Champion 2015. That is just fantastic performance. She is spent, she's exhausted, but that was just a different class.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, confirmation of those final results. An absolutely brilliant race for Britain's Kat Taylor, who finished in 6th place in 79 minutes and 36 seconds, just 4 minutes behind the leader. Svetlana Mironova from Russia came in 3rd in 78.39. Norwegian Mary Fasting was 2nd in 78.19. She was 2 minutes 44 seconds slower than Ida Bobach from Denmark, who made it home in that tremendous time of 75 minutes and 35 seconds. What a result for her.
Oh, it's fantastic. Don't think I really realized it yet, but I'm so happy. When I came a bit closer to the arena, I could hear some of the Danes yelling something. I thought they're yelling something about a medal, so I thought, oh, maybe I'm 2nd or 3rd, but I really have to push. And then I came to the finish line and I just heard, oh, you're 2 minutes ahead. Yeah! So happy.